So I'm looking for ways. Okay. Can I have someone on the table really, really quickly? No meals, no nothing. And I'm popping the thighs. Okay. Oh. Okay, no problem. It's fine. Don't worry, we'll go. If they have pain on the inner thigh, 1, 2, 3, no, maybe 1? Okay, 1. Ooh, that's a little bit, that's either liver or kidney for me, more liver. Then liver 4, hi, much better. Okay. So either liver 4, kidney 7, or spleen 9, depending on the channel, would be releasing the inner thigh. Okay. Remember, I told you, very important to release. Thank you.
Can you repeat?
The psoas. Wait, I have to. I'll take your question in a second. So, either liver 4 or kidney 7 or spleen 9, depending on which channel is involved. And remember, I told you, always release the inner thigh if you find it. I didn't show you on it. This was the first time I checked the inner thigh on anybody today or yesterday. But generally, if it's good because the circulation needs to be happening comes from the inner thigh. So because the psoas is right, the psoas attaches into the inner thigh in order to whatever, I don't know which way it rotates. The whole thing people I never know what does what. But it's ultimately in here, therefore liver 4 does a good job. Yuval, you had a question?
No.
Oh, I thought you're good?
What was the point on the soul?
Oh, small intestine 9, 10. Small, between 9 and 10. Between.
What does that do?
Sorry?
What does that do?
It sends blood to the arm. In this case, well, 2 things for her. It's very good point for autonomic nervous system. People who like sweat like a pig, and they go and have a parasympathectomy. It's here. They do it. This has a big effect on the nervous system. Okay. So anyone low blood pressure, but especially high blood pressure, I do small intestine 9-10, and it's a continuation of autonomic nervous system. Small intestine 9-10. It opens up the back, but it's a blood supply for the arm. Okay, because she had, how's your right arm? Tendinitis.
Pretty good.
Okay, because of that symptom I did it. I could have done the outside. The thing is with her, I started being afraid too many needles, so there was a point where I go, okay, and then I'm like, no, save needles. So these are kind of things as practitioners, we're all familiar with this kind of thing. Am I really doing it elegantly and getting the right thing, or am I like bullshitting? Oh, it fell off.
I put on my pants and it fell off.
Oh, okay, sorry, I should have put tape on. Check location. I would take it a little lower, to be honest. My liver 4 is 1 thumb below the ankle bone. It's not level with the ankle. It's not level with stomach 41. I know that the CCM people do it that way, and that's fine. It's just not what. It's just a different point. Then so. Okay. I know everybody's trying to go lunch. Go.
Somebody's supposed to see the space machines.
Okay, that's very interesting. So what's your feet? That's okay too.
Avi, if you could.
But you didn't paint them.
Sorry to interrupt. I apologize. The last few minutes it just wasn't on record. Could you just repeat the chief complaint where you focused?
She has dryness and itchiness in the skin. And yeah, you can see the dryness a little bit here. I don't see it so much here because you put more from here maybe than there.
Yeah, because just before I left.
And then bowel problems. She, like inconsistent bowels, food allergies, cramping, bloating. Does that summarize it?
Yeah.
Nothing special in family history that relates necessarily. So I'm going to open this. So I'm not sure. Now, do you feel also, dryness in the skin only, not dry mouth, not dry eyes?
My eyes have been dry, but that kind of came with a cold, or it's been exacerbated by a cold. A lot of congestion here, and you can see here on my nose, it's just like a dry patch. That's new. I've never experienced that before.
And all of this is, this is normal for you, or this comes from the dryness?
Is it like patchy, flaky skin?
Yes.
That comes from...
Not so much a flaky, but patchy.
Yeah, that comes from like, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what you're seeing. My skin's been flaking a bit, so that comes from the dryness, same as on my legs. But if it's like rosacea, I think that's a family tradition.
Oh, okay.
You just do
Irish?
that. Ish.
Irish.
British from Newfoundland, 7th generation granite.
7th generation what?
Newfoundland
Oh.
granite. It's just a rocky island.
Oh. I can't decide if it's low or not. But there's no, I can't see the second thing anyway. I'm going to call it on a slowy-ish side. It's not super slow. I always?
I have I have an athlete's pulse, I've been told, so it's moderate, yeah, slow pulse.
You okay?
Positive.
I'm
I
good.
thought you were going for this hand.
Oh, no. No need to look at other pulse. Okay. When I poke here, you just don't like, the thing is with bowel problems, the left spleen line is not going to be as useful to say this is your baseline. So and I'm feeling a teeny bit something here. So do you feel anything, or it's just my fingers?
I just feel your
Okay.
fingers.
My hope is that the rest of the abdomen feels like just my fingers. Okay? If it feels different, let me know.
Okay.
Okay? So. Something
That feels
here.
different.
Yeah. Oh, so okay, so left stomach 26, 27. How about here?
Also different.
Also different. Which one's worse?
That one's worse.
This one, okay. So non-reflex. We'll call it or digestion. We could call it digestion, but I'm leaning towards lung. Also cold here. Yeah. If somebody wants to come feel left side and right side, clearly right side's colder. Do it fast before.
Right side's better.
Right side. I was on the kid, so I wasn't on the spleen area. So you were too.
That's okay.
Yeah? And a little pulse on the kidney 16. Yes.
Well, see, that's not tender now, but that has been quite tender.
That has been completed. Okay. Ren9, by the way, we can also consider a small intestinal reflex. But she definitely has pulse. I can feel the pulse.
Yeah,
You
for
can
sure.
feel the
I can
pulse
feel
also.
it. Yeah. That's what I've been paying attention to quite a bit.
These are okay. Okay. Compare for me, right side and left side. Right, okay. As soon as 7th generation Irish, some island, I don't know these people, I don't know what they do, but I'm sure they drink.
Yeah, once upon a time I
Historically,
did.
yeah. Nothing to do with you.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's in my family,
Yeah.
but the isolation kind of.
Yeah, but also
Yeah.
Irish ancestry, and on some rocky island, it's on like rocky island.
totally.
It's like,
It's rocky.
it's like these people drink, and which means
That's
they
how you
live
survive
liver.
snowbanks.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're judging. I'm just saying.
So the thing is, over the generations, it's like transmitted genetically. It's like she's predisposed to be a liver type in all likelihood. Okay, so, and she says, left side no problem. And even the rib has a different angle. The angle of the rib here, this is the angle here, like this, and you don't like this. Would you call it sharp or dull?
Go again. I would say that's dull, but if you move slightly down, it's sharp. That's sharp.
Okay, fine. Now, the angle, look at the angles. This is rib and this is rib. Do you see that the angles are different?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's to the point where something's shifted. I mean, I don't know if it's the liver shifted the ribs, or you may find that she has some scoliosis, I don't know. But there's something different there. Okay.
I do, and I also have an
You do have a scoliosis.
I have a scoliosis, and also my chest is stuck out as opposed to. Like it sticks out.
Which part? This.
Bone, yeah.
Yeah, this is a, no. I know what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Usually at the second rib there's some conjunction. Yours just happens on the third rib. That's my thinking. No, this doesn't bother me. What I usually look at, some people, it's concave here. There's a deficiency in the lungs. So I don't think this is an issue. Anything here? Okay. So, sharp, dull. Something called stagnant blood and numb. Okay. And you said bowels. Okay, hold on. Any pain?
I certainly don't like it on the left.
You don't like it on the left. Okay. And any pain? Gallbladder?
No, okay.
Okay. Liver, spleen, or kidney?
Kidney.
Kidney. Okay. Kidney, spleen, or liver?
Kidney.
Still kidney. Okay. But she doesn't show 16, but she still shows pulsing, which, the pulsing could be a dream. The pulsing is coming, she has, she says usually she feels red 9. Not the pulse, so she doesn't like red 9, internally. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. But so there's maybe a weakness in the small intestine, which means that's why it allows, because between the pulse, which is by the spine, and red 9, you have the whole small intestine and all the fascia around the small intestine. So there's a weakness in that mesentery that allows the pulse to show. Yeah, excuse me. Don't go. Any discomfort?
Issue. Yeah.
Issue. Okay. Issue is a very nice word. It doesn't mean anything, but it means that there's something, but nobody defines what it is. I use it lots when I don't want to say something.
Yeah, if you cup those things, you'll see like red.
Okay, but when I press?
It's tender. It's got that tenderized meat feeling.
Tenderized meat feeling, yeah? Okay.
That's specific, right?
Very specific. Okay. How is your lung reflex?
Go ahead.
Boom.
It doesn't different.
It's
There's
not.
nothing
Okay.
different, yeah.
I'm using right side, so I'm sure it's not, because on the left it's cardiac. I want to make sure it's digested.
So it's SI11?
SI11, yeah. How about now?
Yeah, there's an ache in here.
Oh, what?
You're looking for the difference between this point?
No,
Okay.
no. I'm looking for the difference between this, which is pre,
Yes.
and forget this point up here. Remember what pre felt like? Here, right? Forget this one. Pre, you already remember. This is post. Is post any different than pre, or are they the same?
I would say the level at which I feel that pressure on is different. The pre is a deeper level.
Okay, so it feels like I'm not pressing as hard, in other words. Okay. I'm always pressing the same, or at least I try to. And it's a problem because people say they're not pressing the same. So, because that's what it feels like to them. It feels, they're not saying, often they won't say less pain, they're saying, are you pressing as hard? It's like, oh yeah, why would you not press it? I mean, of course your hand might change a little bit, so, all right. And you said nothing here.
No, that's something.
That's something. How about this one?
Not so much.
But some.
Some.
Okay, great.
Not as much as that one.
Okay.
That's number one as far as I'm concerned for
This is number one.
for annoying.
For annoying. And this is, okay, I'm going to give you everything I have.
Okay.
Number one, number two, let's see, number 3, lung, number 4, adrenal on the other side, number 5, dull, and number 6, sharp. Which is the most annoying? Is it still number 1?
It's still number one.
Okay, that's fine. Give me second most annoying.
I would say the Ren.
The Ren 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. So she has Oketsu. I mean, we have to see Oketsu. After so much talking about Oketsu, don't deal with Oketsu. Don't worry about Oketsu. Now it's time to show it, right? So
I'm here for people.
and okay, the dryness I think will probably show. There'll be some reflex around stomach 9. So why? Because it usually relates to thyroid. So let me just relax. Don't give me anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had at one
And she has
point-
big stomach cheese.
Pardon me?
Especially, you have, your stomach line is bumpy, especially on the left side.
Cheesy? You said I have cheese.
No. Stomach chi is bumpy. Stomach cheese is bumpy. Like cheese balls.
So I have a history of hyperthyroid.
You have a history of hypothyroidism.
I've never been medicated. I've always just kind of watched my levels, and they've never been to the point where I've needed medication.
So mama's family has hyperthyroid or hypothyroid? It usually comes to the mother. Thyroid very rarely comes to the male side.
Yeah, so I have the only other person with any thyroid issues is a second cousin from my mom's.
Okay. Interesting. And which explains the kidney too. Okay. All right. So kidney too is basically dictating that we have to do kidney channel. I mean, I can't quite ignore it unless I had some other fabulous idea like liver 5, but I don't. So, no, and I also want to give you at least one case that's going to be a little bit more by the book. Okay, so we're going to do what we found. We're going to do liver 4, lung 5. We'll probably do kidney 7, kidney 10, 27 because she does show slight adrenal. And then possibly she has allergies. And then also I'm hoping the kidney will solve this. Okay, because if dryness relates to either relates to water element or relates to the lungs. Either the lungs is not distributing the fluids right, or the hormonal system isn't, there's not enough production of fluids. And I know production of fluids is officially spleen, I get it. Okay, but the real production is in the kidney. No, kidney is water element. In other words, the spleen is a distilling. It has to do with, it's still not quite like distribution, but it's the extraction of the fluids. But the spleen is not, the spleen is the earth element, it's not the water element. The water, the kind of fluids she's talking about is moisture. Okay? So for example, you don't say the fluids inside the joints is the spleen. That clearly belongs to kidney, right? So, it's different, So we'll start, we'll see what will happen. Oketsu is the one, remember like I told you, adrenal is the one place where I care that it's an exactification. Oketsu is the one thing that I do not check. I don't go, remember pre and post. Okay, is post better?
Post is better.
Okay. So having done this, and she cooperated, unfortunately I'm going to tell you, don't bother, just needle. Okay, the oketsu is the one thing I don't press and check. Okay, so one thumb below the ankle bone, as opposed to here. Okay?
Do you have a particular reason for that?
For why it's one ankle below the thumb, or one thumb below the ankle, or why I don't check. Because oketsu is a combination of liver 4, lung 5, and it's just not necessary. I don't have another location for liver 4. I mean, it's not going to make a big difference. Checking. Relax. How is post now? How close are we to this? In other words, I want to by percentage know how much better it is.
I would say it's no, you're 1/3.
1/3 better only?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing I want to check is there something stuck here. 1, 2, 3, no, I don't think so.
2 and 3 are not very nice
2 and 3 are not very nice.
at all.
Okay. See what we can do. Hold on. Yeah, you have something in your pocket. So, 2 and 3 are not nice, or more 3.
Yeah, more 3.
More 3.
It's sharper on
So since it's more spleen, how is
When are you on?
spleen 9? I'm on the inner thigh,
Yeah.
and how's with spleen 9?
Spleen 9.
Forget spleen 9, I'm not interested in spleen 9, I'm interested in the thigh.
I know, but spleen 9 has taken the pain from the thigh.
Oh, okay. So the thigh is 100% better?
Yeah,
Okay. And this guy? It was 1/3 better? Is it
yeah, it's more.
How
Say
much
2/3.
2/3? Okay. So right now, I'm not doing it for digestive issues, even though it may appear, oh, he's on the spleen. I'm doing it to get rid of the oketsu. Okay, next.
And if it was the blockages on the kidney channel, you'd use
I
kidney
would-
7 in general?
Yeah, and which I was going to do regardless of, but unfortunately the blockage was on the spleen channel. So, can't you just come like you're supposed to come?
I
like
know,
your manual?
I was almost in textbook. I'm excited for you.
All right, so this is 2/3 better, you're saying? Okay. I'm curious, this side, how's that? Any change?
I guess it's changed, it's hard to remember, but it still doesn't feel comfortable.
And number one, annoying.
Still annoying, not as,
Not
probably
as.
at like a half 50.
Okay, I love percentages. If you, I don't care if you say half a quarter or
Sure.
percentages, but, okay, and then number two, annoying.
Just the 25 maybe percent better.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying? It's like the point of oketsu is not just to clear oketsu, but at least to get something going and get started. Okay. Otherwise, you can use the Adrenal system for liver 3 if you really want to. Okay. And this is the mild one, and this is the sharp one.
Yes, but now the upper one,
Is the sharp one?
yeah, it just feels more painful or tender.
Okay, you're comparing them one to the other. What I want you to do is compare them to what they used to
Used to
be.
be before,
Okay,
go ahead.
so this is what used to be mild, and now does it feel sharp on its own? Forget what else.
It feels tighter on its own.
Tighter than it used to.
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
And sharp one?
That seems to have relaxed
Okay,
and compared to itself.
gotcha. All right.
Very tricky.
No, yes. Okay, number one, annoying,
Mhm.
because it's adrenal reflex. Okay, it's also oketsu, but it's also adrenal. How is now number one annoying?
It's better, much better.
Much better. Okay, good.
Where's the point, are you, sorry?
I am on kidney 7, sorry. And we'll add 10 because she had kidney 2 pain. So. Also, water on water, meaning it's a moisturizing point, which also, by the way, UB66 is a moisturizing point. Oh, and I made a mistake, which was I should have checked my kidney against the thyroid. I'm so sorry. You didn't like this before. How's now?
It's better now. I'm still not a fan.
You're not a fan, okay.
It's 75% better, I would say.
75% you can, we'll give you free tickets.
Was that kidney 9 you were discussing?
Stomach 9. Stomach 9, yeah. Thyroid. Remember I said she has hyperthyroidism,
Yes.
or leaning towards, comes and goes. And dry skin, I thought, had to do with thyroid.
Right.
See, that's, by the way, so this is an interesting, you asked me how do I deal with patients, like advice and stuff. One of the things I do, granted, this is a teaching situation, it's not going to look like that, when I'm treating people, but I do talk to them as I'm pressing, and I'm like, I told you, ask everything you see. Someone, kidney 2 pain, dryness, what's your thyroid like? So just ask whatever you see, keep asking. Okay. Now my next target is this one.
It's a good target.
Oh, now it's, okay, before it wasn't. Before there was number one in mine. And this one, okay. Kidney 7. How's stomach 9?
Just 25% better.
Just 25, okay. Now,
I'd say 75 better.
okay, and I changed very little, so again, just notice that you need to locate. Okay, and how is majorly annoying?
Yeah, that's okay.
Good.
Is that the adrenal reflex?
Yes, sorry.
And that's still kidney 7.
That's still kidney 7, doesn't have, yeah, it's a half a ton above what officially, it's my points are not exact location,
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
So, well, with the exception of kidney 6. And 10. is there, you said itchy on the back and the legs. Are you itchy now?
Well, I've been basting myself with olive oil, so it's been helping. But yeah, there's this constant itch. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just trying to figure out a way to evaluate if things are working.
Would you use
It's 27.
the 15 and Q9 for itchiness in skin? Or?
No, not for itchy. Skin, yes, but it will be more like something coming out. Not for itchy. Itchy is liver. Itchy has liver. So, yeah. Of course you haven't. I hope you still have. No, but you know, so it's like I still haven't treated the liver. Okay, but so up to now. Stomach 9.
Okay.
Okay, you were not a fan. Okay, great. Oh, okay, better.
Yeah.
How was this one?
It's
Still some.
yeah.
Okay. Because also liver side, so maybe has something to. Okay, I'm sorry. This may not be comfortable, but you remember this one? I'm just curious.
No, it's really funny. Your hand is not getting to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here. But okay, this is the one that got ickier.
Yeah, and the quality of it is shifting.
Okay.
It's still not nice. I
Okay,
don't like
hold
it.
on. I'll fix it. I just want to know, is the stomach coming better?
Yes.
Okay, so because of liver weakness over generations, the right side's not going to get better until I fix the liver. Now,
You were just pressing on, like, under the ribs?
under. I could have pressed liver 14 outwards. I could have, but she never said anything there. So I thought, okay, since I'm just testing, if I were to needle, I would not do it under the ribs.
Yeah.
I would do liver 14 because it's, you know, you can get the diaphragm this way, just in case. It's better not to deal with it. Okay, so now the question is, I need to, okay, this was the horrible one from before, which is not so great, but better. And this is the one that was semi-okay, but now is worse. Okay, just so we know which ones we're talking about. Hi. Horrible one.
Not as bad.
How much is gone?
Maybe 40% gone.
Okay, and the other one is,
Yeah, that's been okay.
this one's totally okay.
There's still a tightness, but it's not uncomfortable.
Okay, compare for me with the one that used to be major, and then the one that used to be mild but not major.
I think the other point gave it more relief.
To give it more relief. Okay. Liver 5.
Yeah.
Liver 5 generally does better with skin, but I'm just so curious. Usually, these types are not liver 1 types. They'll be liver 4, liver 8 type or something, you know. But I'm just curious. No good?
Not that it's not good, it's not as good.
Not as good. So liver 5 is the best. Okay, fine. And so now we have to find out if, okay, you have here, right?
But you know, let me ask you.
Just 1 second.
Yeah.
Just so I can finish that. Yeah. So there's this thing here, right? One more here. Which one? This one or this one?
That one.
That one. When I push on liver 5, how's stomach now?
It feels better.
Much better. Okay. Much better?
I'd say much. Yeah.
Don't want to put yeah, now you can answer.
Well, the question is, none of, like the other points, liver 4 and liver 1 that you pressed, they themselves weren't tender. Liver 5 was
Is.
tender.
Okay.
So I don't know if I feel less here because I have more feeling there. Do you, like, does that
Yes, I
make sense?
understand what you're saying. And you mean, is it overwhelming?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this again.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to ignore what's
Okay.
happening in the leg. So try and disassociate, okay? So you have here, right? And how's this now?
This feels better.
Okay, clearly, even though this is icky on the leg, whatever, but
Yeah,
you
this feels
can
better, for
clearly
sure.
comes, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah, sometimes some people, it's just so, you know, they're so distracted by a treatment point, it's kind of like, okay, so you've got to figure out a different one. Sometimes what you can do is just put a magnet on and recheck or something.
What's that?
That's a burn cream, and we're going to do some Moxa on you. Okay.
into the Moxa.
Right?
Thanks, Ian.
Here, some more there. All right. You like long sticks? Fine. Okay, so we can't check the liver yet until the Moxa is done, so unfortunately. I can't.
Do you have a general, like when clients come to you, for example, you've seen her for the first time, she asks you, how many times do you have to come to see
Oh, I
you?
hate that question.
But everyone's gonna ask you, especially if they're probably new.
Of course they're going to ask me,
What do you say?
how much money do you have in the bank? How much time do you have? Like, what do you really want? I mean, you know, this is what I tell people, okay, and it's a very bad business conduction situation. It's up to them. It's not up to me, because I told you, even with the menopause, I can tell you that I know, I suggest don't quit before, 3 months. They will do what they will do, and I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to tell them, I'm not their mother. They can do what they need to do. So I can tell you, for example, if you find adrenal reflex, I know that it's about 2 or 3 months before, to when we get it, because it's deep.
Yeah.
If they have autonomic nervous system, it's possibly even longer. Okay? So I can tell you things take this amount of time. Now, if they just come for pain, and I don't find certain, like adrenal or ANS, I have to say, as long, I don't know, we'll try one. I usually tell people, give me 2 treatments. If you see improvement, let's continue. If you don't see any improvement, I'm okay with you quitting. Okay, I don't tell people, give me 10 treatments. I don't even tell them 4. Okay, but this whole subject of how many treatments, again, remember what I told you about diagnosis? I don't like the word.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm splitting up the knowledge. It's dividing knowledge into 2. It's as if, like, what the hell do I know how many treatments? Only God knows. I mean, really, I have some experience, I can say that, but it's up to them. And let's say I told them it's going to be 7.5 treatments. Okay, I'm making a joke on purpose, but it's X amount of treatments. Okay, they'll come if they want to come, or they'll stop coming. No matter what I tell them. Because ultimately, part of what they're coming for is not just to treat the symptom. It's a certain trust or something else is happening in the treatment room. People are not machines. People are not like, he said 7.5 treatments, I'll come for 7.5 treatments and then I'm stuck. Or my symptoms are better, but he said 7.5 treatments, so I'm going to keep coming because I have 3 3/3 treatments left. They don't, it's not quite like that. So with her condition, I can't even tell, because yes, I found adrenal and I found red-night pulse. So I'm not, that's a little extra. A little extra treatment than, extra longer than, like 2 or 3 treatments, okay, your skin will start, pushing something out. Okay, hold on 1 second. Next. You have here still? Okay. Do you have anything here? Spleen 20, because if red night pulse will be split. Yeah?
There.
There.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. How's now? Nada. Oh,
Sorry, no different, no change.
nada to me means nothing.
Yeah, nothing happening.
Nothing. Yeah, but it's okay. Fine.
That's not very nice.
So, how's now?
You mean a change in here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It's good. Okay.
Yeah.
So good. So we'll do stomach 24. Possible bladder 26.
So 26.
Remember, I add 26 structurally for the spleen 20. Now, question.
That's a funny spleen 20.
It's a funny spleen 20. I told you my points are not exact
Okay.
locations, that areas. I'm more interested in the name of the point than in the location.
Okay.
So as long as it's in the, if I went spleen 20 here, that would be funny. Okay, but where would you spleen 20 be? Isn't it below lung 1?
Yeah, but my lung 1 is here.
maybe one more slide. Here's the general bowel spleen. Maybe mine's a little towards the left. Yeah, that's what happens. You've got a very big, well, yeah, whatever that is. But if you go from here, you're trying to come here, and you're saying that's my lung too. But if I go all the way to where just below that, I can this is the edge of the bone, not just this. I mean, on one hand, that's the edge of the bone. But this really is, because that's something in the clavicle. I think it's just some bump in the clavicle, I'm not sure, like you have a bump here. But yeah, because otherwise if it would be here, that's really almost on the stomach channel. It's not far enough, in my opinion.
Do you expect right stomach 24 and left GB 26 to reduce REN 17 as well as spleen 20?
She didn't have REN 17.
No, just in general.
Oh, in general. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe, depending on is the REN 9 related more to autonomic nervous system? Is it more related to weak dantian? Is it, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, this is where it gets a little complicated. It's not like you can say for sure a certain way.
Yeah.
You know.
Your basic treatment strategy for REN 17 is Shaoyang, or is it?
Could be Shaoyang, could be under third toe. Could be REN 4, REN 6. Could be spleen 3, pericardium 4. Don't forget, this is the moot point, pericardium. Spleen 3, pericardium 4 is supposedly for REN 15. But can be also for REN 17. So just depends on what I think the REN 17 is about. REN 17 should be pericardium ultimately.
Right.
Because it's the pericardium one. So, I think we're good. Alright, so now, recheck here. Liver.
It's not bad.
Not bad. And the lower one.
They're both still tight. They're not painful.
Okay, okay.
Still tight.
Okay. Okay, and skin. Okay, so skin finger and liver finger. And on the other side, this will be the red, the thumb will get the red, and the skin finger will get the green. I don't need this thumb. Oh, I don't need this thumb, but she does. And this is extra, this because this is for the liver, is what matters. So that, you know, let's ventilate the lung while we're at it. Okay?
How long will the effect of the rings will stay?
Can't, you know, it's so funny, we want these answers, like there's scientific evidence for everything, and it just doesn't quite work.
I mean, I know sometimes they have like, they make rings for people to wear.
Yes, the reason why you do that is because if, for example, for her, that she loved the rings, it was so clearly useful for her, I would say, okay, well you can order, you know, and then you can have ones that are permanent, you know, that are not open like this. You don't have to hold your hand, you don't have to hold the rings.
No, I feel like I must.
You must.
I must do this.
You must. Yes, okay. No, they won't fall. You don't must.
Okay.
No, you really don't must. Okay. Now let's do the allergy stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Okay, remember that. And Sandra 16. 1, 2, 3. Ooh,
They're all nasty.
all nasty. Okay. Okay. Nasty 1, nasty 2, nasty 3. How is it now?
3 more.
Okay. Well, forget, no, don't, never compare one to another. Always compare pre and post. You know, like, I'm a plastic surgeon.
So
I only do
post-
pre and post.
So post 1 and 2 are fine.
Okay,
3 is
that's what it
50%.
Thank you, wonderful. How is 3 now, post?
That time.
That top. Okay.
Is that an immune point?
Sorry?
What do you mean?
Immune, I'm sorry. And by the way, I should have checked before, house 4. Okay, good. Okay.
Are you palpating one up here, 1, 2, 3, along the cheekbone, or down?
No,
the
no,
nose?
down the nose.
Down the nose.
And that's allergies?
That's for allergies, yeah. She has food allergies, but, you know, it's still, it's just a way to figure out the input noise. You know, not so comfortable in the shoulder. So. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And 1, 2, 3. Okay. How's better? How much? 7. And houses to 4. It's okay. It's okay.
Just feels weird.
Pushing your nose. Did you get a nose ring? It wouldn't have been worse for me if you had one. You told me about it in the video. Okay.
The main points to reduce the allergy points are the immune points.
And surround the navel and spleen. Okay. Good. And good. Because liver is very important for digestion. If the liver is congested, the whole digestive tract is gonna like throw, you know, so it might be that her IBS, you know, is related to the liver. You know, more than anything else. I don't know, but it's an option. Okay.
What about a wood? I don't know if you think this way. Just wood,
Overcome-
insulting metal, kind of a
overacting
thing.
or
Yeah,
something, you know.
insulting metal, and that kind of root.
Oh, you mean for
Just
the
as a way of
dryness,
understanding
for
it.
the dryness?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Maybe.
Or maybe even
Well,
the IBS
I
and
would
the
say it
allergies.
differently. If the liver doesn't take the blood very well, okay, then nourishment in general is going to be reduced. There's going to be dryness. Right? The liver is very, even though we don't say liver dryness, the liver is ultimately susceptible to dryness. The liver is like a sponge. It should always be wet. It should always have a lot of blood in it. So when it gets dry and thorny, we call it like liver young rising, or we call it by another name, but ultimately it's dryness. You know, like this thing about Scoliosis. The strategy for any kind of liver excess is always going to include moistening the liver. It's always going to include herbs like baishao, downway baishao, something like that. It's always going to be moist and give the liver more blood.
So liver blood, not necessarily liver yin.
Same thing. There's no. Is there a pattern called liver yin?
You know what?
There is. Okay, fine. The way I learned liver blood and liver yin are the same thing. The liver doesn't have its own yin. The liver yin is really kidney yin. The liver has a blood.
I've heard both, I'm not sure how.
Yeah,
they're
I've also heard
Okay,
both.
so, but anyway, they're clearly no, because for example, there's no kidney blood. There's only kidney yin, right? Nobody talks about the kidney blood.
I actually think I've even heard somebody speak about kidney blood.
Okay, but if you have to, I mean, it's
But
not the mainstream
exactly,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, whatever, yin, blood, whatever,
It's just about understanding the function.
yeah. I'm really talking about the Western liver here. The liver itself has to be, you know, but also in Chinese, when the liver gets dry, you call it liver fire or something like that, or liver young rising, whatever. When you're taking excess out of the liver, herbally they always put something like peony or dangwei in it to moisten the liver. Always. You never see a formula for, correct?
Yeah.
So you don't see formulas for like scratching out the liver without moistening the liver, because the liver has a double. There's a phrase. Okay, so for example, if you look
Always
at
nourishing.
yeah, so there's a phrase in Nanjing 76. Okay, I believe it's 76. Yeah, okay. And it says there's the question is. When the mountains of the east and how come the mountains of the east don't get overconquered by the mountains of the west, or something along those lines, you know? Mountains of the east. Okay. The east is the liver and the west is the lung. By theory, by 5 elements, the thing is this, chapter beforehand is about 5-element, like the Korean style 5-element thing, with, nourish mama, reduce the sun sort of thing. By theory, okay, wood, fire, earth, metal, water. Metal is the grandfather of wood, right? The lungs are the grandfather. Okay. If you fortify the lungs, they should exercise better control over the liver. So when the liver is out of control, so the western mountains, the lungs, should be able to control the eastern mountains. How come it doesn't happen? Okay. And the answer is that when the eastern mountains are misbehaving or whatever, you need to tonify the water and reduce the fire. Okay, so think about it.
So it's 2 levels even more subtly.
No. Hold on.
Okay.
If you reduce fire, we're talking about wood. Fire is daughter of wood, right? Reduce the fire, you're treating liver excess. Okay? Nourish water. Water is mama of wood, meaning you're treating it as if it's liver deficiency. So you kind of, what the Namjing is saying is that in liver, there is never just excess. It's always deficient. You have to treat both. That's how Nagano arrived at this combination for liver excess. If it's, say, hepatitis, an actual liver, physical liver, kidney 7, spleen 7, because that's water. Spleen 7 for us is a kidney point. It has a kidney-like function. It deals with water. It deals with, for example, if you have swollen legs, we use spleen 7. If you have ear infections, we use spleen 7. Okay, so it has a kidney-like function, even though it's on a spleen channel. Okay, so kidney 7, spleen 7 represents the water on the right side, and right side heart 3, pericardium 4. That's a big combination for actual physical liver damage, whether it's hepatitis or chemo or radiation or something like that. So you can see it in that chapter in the Nanjing that it always talks about the double aspect of the liver. Are you okay? Fine. I wasn't sure.
I was looking at this.
No, that's good. Last thing I wanted to check, since we did kidney 10, and we're talking about possibly, generation of water, hormonal, anything here?
There is something there.
There is something. Okay. And tell me if that gets better.
What's in your hand?
Nothing is, my nail is in my
Oh.
hand. I'm poking my nail into your...
You really are. Okay, go ahead.
So ignore my nail and how...
That does feel better, and I would say 40% better.
Only 40, okay, hold on.
What point are you pressing?
GB6, oh, outside GB20, I told you hormonal, estrogen point. Now?
70.
70, okay, good. Just have to remember where I was. So we'll add GB66 and we'll call it enough. Sorry, yep. You okay?
I like your distracting.
Yes. Good.
That's going to be on the left side? The
No.
outer wall?
No, hormonal will be both sides.
Both sides?
The only thing that's right side in the same area is continuation of Oketsu. So she may say that it's more painful on this side.
Yeah.
It's more painful, yeah, because she's also liver type. So, okay. Sorry about the nail. How's the nail? No good?
30.
Is that all you can?
And 50. That's better.
When you check the hormonal points, is it always estrogen around that area near the sickle?
As opposed to progesterone, is that what you're saying?
I mean, for men and women, when you're checking.
Men can show hormonal also. I mean, we say estrogen, but it's like I'm not sure if it. Can I say that UB66 is producing estrogen? It's definitely a big point for gynecology, 66, for menstrual issues. And this is definitely hormonal, but can I say that it's exactly estrogen versus it's like I don't think we really know all the hormones out there. Estrogen is just kind of a general term in a sense.
Would you know why it would be there?
No. I can give you some ideas. No, I don't. Except that I can say, well, remember this do thing? That the brain is the controller and you know, we have the autonomic nervous system and the endocrine systems that are like governing, but they're in loyalty to the emperor. So the emperor starts here, this is the emperor's connection down, so maybe there's some weird understanding there. But no, I don't have a real nice, you know, explanation for that. So I can tell you that, for example, people, okay, excuse me for being a racist, are there neighborhoods in Toronto that are like Blackpool neighborhoods? Okay, which bus goes there? Never mind. If you get on that
If there's
bus,
a point, I suggest you make.
you're on the table, you can't.
I can do lots of things on this table.
There is a point.
Good.
Relax.
One more vote.
If you go on that bus, you'll see, you know, no, because the black population, especially more poor population, black population, tends to have high blood pressure. Okay, is that a fair point?
That's
Is that
something.
correct? Okay.
That's
Okay.
really enough.
You will see on that bus, because if that bus goes there, or that, you know, you will see lots of people with like a hump under the occiput. It's very common. I can tell you in San Francisco, if you take the 22 Fillmore, you will see lots of people with like a buffalo hump under their occiput. You know, it's got nothing to do with, you know, their blackness or the poor neighborhood or anything. It has to do with that population tends to have high blood pressure. Therefore, it's not, this is typical of high blood pressure, this lump here. Okay. Is it typical for hormonal things? I don't know, but blood pressure is autonomic nervous system. So this area clearly reflects something to do with these do type things, autonomic nervous system and endocrine. Did I get away with that politically incorrectness?
You know, you could have gotten away by not starting with "forgive me for being a racist." So my
So
suggestion.
you wouldn't have
for the
picked it up.
future, my treatment for you
Yes.
would be to exclude that.
Okay. So don't forgive me for anything, and I'm not a racist, but if you get on that bus, chances are, no, you know, it's tough. You have to look for populations where there's a lot of it in an extreme way, and then you can move down to seeing subtleties. Do you see what I'm saying? So if you take a person who's like, by the way, my blood pressure is a little high, you're not going to see a bump. But you see people who are not being treated, you know, and by the way, I don't know, because in Canada it's maybe different, you know, but in the US, okay, where healthcare is not paid for by the government, okay, so if you don't have a lot of money, or you don't have a good job or something, and you don't have so they can have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, blah, 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 nothing gets treated. Okay, of course you're going to see it on the body more than somebody, everything gets, you know, they're on medication and everything, you know, everything is being treated. Do you see that?
Oh, I get the point that you're trying to make, for sure. The root was questionable.
All right, any questions? Yes.
What's your take on statins? Is that something that's good to do?
What'd you say, Neil?
Statins.
Yeah, for cholesterol.
Cholesterol.
Yeah. They're bad for the liver, so I would say not a good thing to do. The problem is, okay, so cholesterol treatment is stomach 25, go about 26, okay? Treat liver, blah, 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 blah. However, and by the way, cholesterol, there's a problem with cholesterol, because cholesterol is the mother of all hormones. Okay, if you got rid of cholesterol, you will have no hormones either. Okay, you know, excuse me for being an unfriend now. You know, like runners or, you know, women athletes, you see more in women than men. Okay, if they have no fat, the men see stuff. Why? Because no fat, you know, it's like we in the culture where we don't like fat, but no fat, no cholesterol, no hormones either. Okay, so it's you need cholesterol. It's a question of directing it in the right way. So it's possible that a person with high cholesterol, for example, you may not want to stop the production of cholesterol. You just want to be able to move it towards converting to estrogen, testosterone, for example. But if you want to reduce, if it was my patient, okay, and the main chief complaint is, by the way, my cholesterol is 270, whatever. You know, my first suggestion is herbs. you know, before you go on statins, because, you know, so you can use shanza, okay? You can use samjisheng, I don't know what, shanza is hoffen berries. Samjisheng is Loranthium, I think. Hmm?
Is it mulberry?
It is a mulberry. It's the mulberry twigs. Okay, and but the best one is bitter melon grass, which is called. Hold on, it will come to me in a moment. Kuding cha. Okay, so if you go to Chinatown, you have a Chinatown here. I mean, that's a convenient thing about living in a large village. They will sell tea. Okay, you actually, if your patient is willing to take it, you want to take kuding cao, which is the grass. But most people will not take it, it's very bitter, but they will tolerate the tea, which is called kuding cha. Ku is bitter, ding is like a nail, okay, and cha is tea, like chai. So that's probably the best cholesterol reducing that I know of. You know, but I would prefer to do it through diet, through exercise, diet, whatever they can before they take the statins. The reality in our world is that, well, first of all, people get to it way too late, so it's a little hard to affect it by diet, okay? And they don't want to change, so it's very hard. So of course they're going for the statins because we're used to, hey doctor, I have this, give me that. Hey, you know, it's like by the time you're finished, you're on 10, 12, 14 medications. You know, and then by the way, the statins, you know, they don't work so much, so we might want more. And then, you know, it's like you keep adding and adding and adding medications. My opinion is, you know, I've taken antibiotics once in my life. I had a tick, and I was too scared. I don't want to know if it had lines, did have lines, didn't have lines, I'm not checking. I went and I took 30, I was that scared, I took 30 days. I mean, you can do 2 days of double dose. Not enough for me, I'm not taking any risks, like, whole damn thing. But other than that, I've never taken anything in my life. That's me. Okay, now I have a certain constitution, maybe, whatever. But most people my age already take a lot more medications. So you have to decide, you know, unfortunately you have to decide that by the time you're 30, 35, you've already kind of built your potential for where you're going to be at 60. You can still change. But if you're at 60 worried about, okay, I have high cholesterol, you know, it's like, yeah, we can try, you can with your lifestyle, but those people, I mean, you know, it's like big person, sedentary lifestyle, eating steak every day, you know, whatever, you know, like bacon for breakfast, whatever, it's going to be very hard for them to make the amount of change you need to make. Now, I had a patient, she was younger, huge, and high cholesterol. She tried everything, including the statins. Nothing worked. You know, the thing that worked for her, she went vegan. Okay, she went full out. She decided she was going to conquer it. And the thing that really made the biggest difference for her, it appears, was flax seeds. Okay, now flaxseed, now somebody said to me, no, it's because of the fiber. And it's not true in my opinion, because she was taking fiber to, you know, to pull out the cholesterol. And she was doing other fiber before. The thing about flax seeds is something, it changed something in the oil, in the metabolism of fats and oils. Because it is an oil. So I don't know. Now, the danger in that is then everyone's going to go into, fish oil was for cholesterol. And the problem there is going to be, if everybody started, because everybody's got high cholesterol, if everybody started taking fish oil, besides the fact I'm vegetarian, I don't like the idea, there's not going to be any fish left. You know, so maybe for 5 years they can take fish oil and they can get, you know, and then on the 6th year there's going to be nothing left for them. Because the amount of fish oil that they're selling in the stores is outrageous. There's just not, it's not sustainable. So this idea that fish oil is good for everything, maybe it's true, but even if it's true, it's not, it's the dumbest form of medicine there is. Because it's a medicine that's going to undo itself. And it's not, you know, what are you going to do when it's done? So, and then what are you going to do? Like, because I'm guaranteeing you that in 2 years' time, somebody's going to say, well, all these fish oils have mercury in it. So, you know, then nobody's going to want to take it. So it's not, in my opinion, that's not, that's why I prefer acupuncture, because it's like, psychologically the most good, besides the metal, which is not fabulous. And, you know, so I use serums when I teach, but I use dumbbells when I, you know, because it's less plastic. You know, everything by mouth can have other problems. All right. Are you okay? Yeah. How does the itchiness feel right now?
I feel okay.
You feel okay?
I have no desire to scratch anywhere, and that's rare.
Let's turn it over. Take it. You don't have to give me the names. I'll take the names. This is, by the way, a huge tendency of people. You approach the neck and they're like this. They want to help, and you just have to kind of tell them, no, it really does not help. So I know it's counterintuitive. Because the other thing is, it shifts everything in there, so it's not so convenient. I'll take the reins.
I'm gonna run to the washroom.
Okay.
I don't get to keep the rings, right?
Men are like that. They always give you jewelry and then take it away.
You put them on the toes as well?
You can. They're not as efficient on the toes. They don't do as good a job. So I don't even remember what works for what on the toes. It just isn't. It's not the best. They're good on the fingers. They're really good on the fingers. They're really good on the spine. You know, to release vertebrae in the spine. They can be really good if you have joint pain or bone pain or ligament pain.
You use it for arthritis?
You can, yeah, on the joint, yes, you could. But, okay, so if you have arthritis and it's a joint, then we're starting to talk about chains.
Aluminum foil.
With aluminum foil and the patchy, da-da-da-da-da. And then, you know, I have these, what is it? So then sometimes you need longer chains. And I have one from Kauai that's 3 meters long. So, you know, you can get into all weird situations with these chains. The chain, this one is just regular stainless steel, because Kauai preferred stainless steel. The ones you buy from David are silver. But they have the same diodes as the, you know, as the rings.
I have about 20 minutes. Is that
okay, that's fine, go ahead.
And do you need my shirt off? I have a...
No, you're fine, go ahead. 20 minutes. Let's see what to do. But keep this over the front open so I can need you, but I probably will need you like this.
Did you ask about your period or anything, like blood deficiencies or anything?
I didn't.
Would you get that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, normally I would get, I get everything that they have, hopefully, in written format.
Right.
Okay. You don't have to use it, just reuse this picture.
I know.
All right, so continuation of liver will probably show 1, 2, 3, anything?
3.
3, okay. So left UB 35. How's 3 now?
Better.
By how much?
80.
80, okay, that's good enough. About a 35 on the left for right UB 17-18 area. T7, the name of the point, is Zhejiang, okay? And the name of this point comes Wei Yin Zhe Yin. No, I'm not sure if it's yin or yang. I'm kind of confused. I think it's what's the name? No, Hui Yin. No, Wei Yang, right? UB35. Wei Yang Zhe Yang. Okay? Reaching yang and meeting of yang treat each other. Okay, T7 and UB35 treat each other. But it's on the left side in the same way that the portal vein of Ketsu shows on the left side because the liver is a little sluggish. The same way the portal vein goes from the left to the right. Continuation of the before the portal vein is the rectal vein. So that's why it's more on the left. The treatment is on the left, even though the liver shows on the right. Okay. Now, so now we want to know. We asked about hormonal stuff. Would you mind having the arms on the table? Just be a little easier. Thank you. Small intestine 13. I wanted because we did so much hormonal on it. So by the way, tell us about your menses.
You talking to me?
I'm talking to you.
Yeah, so it's regular, it's short.
What's short?
It's just like three days.
Oh, okay, sure. But the cycle, okay, but how long is the cycle? The monthly, like 28 days, less than 28?
Yeah, it's sometimes, well, it's like 30, more like 30.
Okay.
And then it's a 3-day, like bleeding, and it starts off muddy, and it's a little like, not a lot of blood. It's red, it's a little bit mucousy, no clots, not so many cramps, sometimes breast distension, PMS, that's it. So,
Thank you.
okay.
Any pain here?
Tenderness.
Tenderness. So hormonal point, and I want to see if L5 will fix it. Boom. The top.
Yeah, way better.
Wait. Okay, good.
So it's SI13?
SI13 is the hormonal area because, she's had so, even though we start with dryness, somehow in that treatment, it seems to be hormonal. Okay, so I'm checking another hormonal. This is posterior pituitary reflex, small intestine 13 here, right? No?
There.
Okay. And L5. And since it's not real hormonal as in menstrual, I'm not using UB32, but I'm using L5. Hi, how's that?
Better.
How much better?
70, 80.
And now? More better.
Yeah.
Okay.
More
I know
better.
it's not grammatically correct,
It's a
but it's
technical
more better.
term.
It's good. Okay. And then we'll just do something for the lungs to help the lungs. Here?
Yeah, that's not
Sorry,
nice.
not nice. But you don't have that anymore, right?
Oh yeah, no, it's good, thank you.
My fingers are worse than my needles.
Yes, I've noticed this.
Yes. But it's, don't you think it's better than my needles are worse than my fingers?
I agree. 100%.
Here, right?
Yeah.
So you'd be 42. All right. Any questions?
Sorry, what were you using UB42 for the rub?
Because of the dryness, I want to try, this is a little bit more like TCM-like,
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I want to help her lungs, but also don't forget that, she has allergies, so maybe it's related. But, and while I'm at it, so let's just add, let's see if she has 312. Where's your scoliosis?
It's just a slight C curve, so it's kind of in that area. If you bring your
Of
fingers,
this area?
yeah, if you bring your fingers
She's
down
over here.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
got you. I was going to check, digestion, sugar, but of course she has to have a scoliosis there. So. Any discomfort behind the scene?
Yeah,
This one?
a little higher. Yeah, there.
Okay. So scoliosis best point is gallbladder 39. How's now?
Much better.
Much better. Good. Originally, it was gallbladder 39 on the side that it curves to, but it's supposed to be the side it curves to above T7, plus triple warmer 5, plus lung 8, plus opposite side kidney 7. Just so you know that, that's the whole combination.
Can you repeat that, please?
Sorry?
Can you repeat that?
I can. Say side to which the upper back curves, which the upper back for most people tends to curve to the right. hers is below T7, so, you know, is gallbladder 39 on the side of the curve, which is right side, triple warmer 5 on the right side, lung 8 or 7 on the right side. My lung 7 and 8 are the same ones, that's what I'm saying. And kidney 7 opposite side. Because if you're curving to the right, your kidney shoe area gets squished. So we're trying to tonify the kidney to open this up. Okay, so it's a support situation. Okay. Are you comfortable? Mm-hmm. Maybe 5 more minutes. Any questions?
General questions.
Hmm?
General questions. Sometimes my patients complain they feel tired after the treatment, and I think it's too much stimulation.
Can
there any way to avoid it?
Stimulate less.
But sometimes they just, 2-3 different combination of needles, and then they get tired. So
Give me an example of 2-3 combinations of needles. Like
basic stomach-chi and immune and oketsu, then adrenal, then pushing, like releasing back tension. Then maybe a couple of needles on along the spine, and then she feels tired.
Okay, so okay, let's start this way. Doesn't sound like a lot of needles. I haven't seen you needle either, but and actually in a moment I want to go through needling technique. But, what's the complaint?
Back stiffness.
Back stiffness, okay. Now, it sounds like you found oketsu, you found adrenal. Why are you doing stomach chi?
I did stomach chi.
Why are you doing stomach chi? I'm a little rude. I like to ask questions.
Yeah, I was wondering why you didn't do stomach chi today too. Anyway, that Kiiko was doing.
No, I know.
Okay,
So you experiment. So with the person, okay. So here's my suggestion. With a person that's extremely sensitive, you need to try and get to the core of the business with as few ideas as possible. So maybe for this person, maybe skip oketsu, maybe low back. Is it low back?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there something wrong with the spine? Is there a disc problem? No. It's just tight. Do you know why is there a diagnosis? Is it because of the muscles are tight? Is it because
muscles was tight, and I found adrenal reflex.
No, okay. So I would leave the adrenal because you clearly found adrenal reflex. Maybe add something, either spleen 9 or spleen 3, because it's the muscles are, you want to release the muscles. Spleen 3 officially is better for muscles, but spleen 9 may be better if it's L5 related. If I'm just trying to look to get to a point. What can we reduce to get the least amount? Get the most for the least amount of needles. So let go of the stomach chi maybe, unless there was a reason like the pulse was clear stomach chi pulse type. So if you don't have 100% absolutely need to on a person like that, let go. And on the back maybe just do sacroiliac. Do you remember sacroiliac?
Yeah.
You went here yesterday.
I did sacroiliac too.
Okay. No. So just do that. And maybe L5 and let go. Or just do sacroiliac and do 2 and let go. See if you can reduce and still get enough results, but with less needles.
But is there any way I can tell if this person is sensitive? So I will do maybe less needles at the beginning of treatment, or?
Oh, how can you tell?
Yeah.
You can't tell until now. It's one of these disasters. It's like when it happens, it happens. You can't tell in advance. Some people are just incredibly when they get to be, okay, better watch out. But no, you can't tell in advance. The autonomic nervous system type has a chance of being that. But that's not the only, it can be anybody, it can happen. It doesn't happen very often, thankfully. The other thing is a person like that, add Moxa. Do more Moxa. So stomach chi, let go of the needle, do Moxa. do immune point Moxa. Add Moxa to the treatment, maybe spleen 3, just Moxa, no needle. The other thing is, well, yeah, unfortunately there's no F3 pointer anymore. Someone like that I may start with just magnet treatment. Like if they're consistently getting tired after treatments, don't bother with needles. Some people, it's an allergy to metal. You know, you put a metal in the body, they're going to get tired or reaction. So that's very, very rare, but if it does, you know, it's like you can't needle them, there's no point. So you have to do something external to the skin, Moxa or magnets. So now what you can do with magnets, even if you don't have the F3 pointer, is get 3,000 Gauss magnets. You can get the magnets of the F3 from OMS. And then you can tape them on, but then you have to, you know, you have to stimulate them manually, like knock on them, you know. Manica hammer officially, but.
Do you change the north-south?
Yes, of course.
So
They come in a pair, one north, one south. So okay, how do I do, okay, if I want to do adrenal, kidney 6 gets the south, kidney 6, it goes, the flow goes from north to the south. Kidney 6 gets the north, kidney 27 gets the south.
So how do they come? Do they already come?
Oh, they'll tell you which is north and south. They come in a pair, and one will say N and one will say S. I mean, you'll be able to tell which is north and south. Go ahead. Now, they're not the ones that you tape on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because the ones you tape on you can't tell. They're supposed to be north facing out.
Okay.
But no, these sorry, now I understand what you're saying. It's a separate. Ask for the F3 type. They only have one 3,000 Gauss type magnet, and that's for the F3 pointer. And I think they're like $8 a pair. Or $12 a pair. Yeah, they're expensive magnets. It's very long. Oh, you don't give them to the patient? No. Oh, no way. No way. To the patient, best for magnets is the Korean hand. You want way lower Gauss for giving the patient. Thank you. Let's see how you feel. You good? Yes. Thank you very much. You're most welcome. How's your skin feeling?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. No itching?
No itching.
I know you didn't say I'm bloated today, but I'm just wondering how your abdomen feels.
Doesn't feel tender. It's been pretty good just because I've really cut a lot of things out, so that's been helping, but it doesn't feel tender.
By the way, on her, do you mind lying down for just one more second? You can move yourself. Face down. Another one is food allergy point, which is L2 area. Maybe a little higher. Usually more on the left works better, and a little bit outside the dew line or the water line. But no, a little bit here, right?
A little bit there, yeah.
So, like someone express text me something else. Oh, these are your story. I just don't use those.
They don't balance.
They don't matter. Maybe mine are old and they have a different color. So food's allergy point, because she has food allergies, is L2 level, maybe up to T11-12. You'll find a little nodule, usually more on the left side than the right side. See, the water will be a little closer. The UB is here. Okay, so it's not UB, it's not plateau. So you have a little something on your back, just so that you know. Okay. So it's a pressure. And I put extra tape on it. If it falls in the shower, no big deal. If you want to pull it out, pull it out. Thank you.
Cheers, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thanks, guys.
It's really.
Enjoy the rest of your class. I'll be calling for notes. Thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Enjoy
There's
the
a
rest of
video.
your time.
You can get the video. Oh, well, I didn't mean that.
She's a star.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
The next patient is here.
Oh, they're here already? Okay, then let's do the next patient. Yes.
I seem to be able to talk to Sharon. I seem to be the only one that's doing this on my clients. Their arms fall asleep, or get numb tingly, or get freezing cold. And I don't know what I'm doing.
On which side? Front?
No, I'm on the front, like when they're out this way. And am I, making more times go like that?
No. I mean, well, I don't know what kind of treatment.
Does that ring a bell?
No, I'm not sure.
It's,
Truth.
really serious.
Because I use white
And once on the internet, just doing a quick search, I saw that Kiiko, or no, not
If
Kiiko,
they're
you
like
was
this,
actually giving a
or
workshop
something, that
covering
can happen.
one of,
Also,
a
a
whole
lot
bunch
of
of
people,
with
this is not comfortable for a lot of people. It pulls
It's,
the shirt, it blocks the pectoralis. So I would kneel them in this position and
It's like the
change.
slightest touch feels like
That's an option.
sandpaper
The
type
other
of
thing
thing,
is
and they
maybe
have to wear
your
big
room is cold.
protection and have the days and bad days.
Is it autoimmune?
I
Or is
don't
it-
know.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
You just get a certain
I
kind
can't
of, I
remember the
mean,
name.
you know,
Yeah.
check,
I just started
check
with her.
scaling.
Does that ever happen to you?
It's pretty incredible, actually. Like, and if you
Very
just like
rare.
touch,
If anything, it would happen. I'll tell you when it
the
happens.
sheep just moves like the
It's
slightest
the
bit
person who
chill.
loves to lie down like this or like this.
Yeah.
I
Hold on.
always turn hands
Just
this
in
way. It's
specific
much more
areas.
comfortable.
One
for
arm,
me.
one arm.
And ultimately,
She's
it's
very
better.
sensitive
It
all
really
over,
is more
clearly.
comfortable.
She can't,
but-
if you put like
Um,
creams, and it's probably disturbing them once I
I think maybe you're getting a lot of people with scaling problems.
Okay.
You know, and I'd look to release them. So,
Hello. Hi.
I think I'm next.